I think many of you know, Schott Foundation has been talking about endowments, as have many of you, the need for long-term sustained funding. And how do we do it? How do we learn together? How do we continue to grow together? How do we implement these ideas in real ways?
At the Schott Foundation, we have always known that in order to achieve the level of transformative progress that is necessary, we have to get resources to those who are closest to the challenges and closest to the solution. Achieving those solutions are not going to happen in one grant cycle. So we have to think about the ways that we can move more resources to the organizations to fight the battles for today and more wealth to our grantee partners to prepare for the battles of tomorrow.
When John and I had this conversation, it isn't actually in our guidelines. It isn't anything about, blatantly what we focus on. And yet it underpins our work so perfectly. So I think a part of what might be helpful is to talk about how do you do this when it's not a strategy of yours. And so a part of what the work has been in the last year and a half, I call it walking our mission. We conducted a racial equity audit. And what that meant for us was that we looked at where every penny that we've spent over the last 3 years has gone by race. Our grants, our operating budget, and the hardest part to actually do and get the real numbers from was our endowment. We brought those results to the trustees, and then we made it public. We made it public not because it was a good news story, but because it wasn't. And we're in Detroit. We were able to look at our strategy and really ask ourselves, are we walking our mission? Are we living these values of racial equity? And in philanthropy, we have all of these tools and we use like 2 of them. And so if we aren't putting all of our dollars behind creating wealth for Black people and for Brown people, then we're working against our mission of trying to change educational outcomes. And so we were able to invest.
We are an education justice organization. We started off grassroots. We're inching our way up the ladder a little bit, but our commitment is to our community. And that community is Black and Brown working class parents and young people who attend public education in North Carolina. We also have the privilege, right, to be a part of one of the national organizations that the Schott Foundation's endowment is seeking to endow, and that's the National Dignity in Schools campaign, which is a coalition of organizations from across 30 plus states, 100 and something organizations that look like mine and look different from mine. I got to this place, I'm sitting before you all today because I'm a mother of Black children that attend public school. And the experiences my children were having and children that look like them led me to be here today. And there are so many people around this country who do this work with very little resources because we don't have a choice, right? It's literally life and death. So to think about an endowment that makes a commitment to resourcing a national organization that then turns over funds to grassroots partners across the United States, it's a game changer.